The user experience, as the name would imply, is how users interact with a product or a service. The other thing that it does is brings value to that user and also brings value to the business who's deploying that service or introducing that product. And when the two work right, they can provide value to both sets of clients. As a designer, that can be really valuable because you know how to serve both well. I think if you're curious about the field and you want to get your toes wet in a really unintimidating way, this class would be an excellent start. It'll cover kind of the broad gamut of situations that you might apply. You'll have the chance to apply them to a product or a service and kind of go through the entire situation from start to finish, so that when you leave the class, you'll have a good understanding of user experience design, user interface design, and visual design generally. I think that students can expect a few things from this class. One is just a much better foundational knowledge of user experience, how to implement it, and how to devise ways of creating metrics that will prove or disprove what they're doing is valuable to the business and valuable to the user. Beyond that, I think they can also expect to gain a base level of visual design generally. So how to choose a typeface, how to choose a color palette, those sort of questions will be answered in the class as well. I think a lot of times a lot of people feel a little afraid to engage with some of these questions because they don't have a lot of technical experience, they don't have a lot of software experience, and we'll definitely get into those. We'll use Photoshop, Illustrator, kind of the Adobe suite of programs, along with some more specialized wireframing and SketchUp programs. Well, I think teaching UX is always a tricky thing. It's a very robust and kind of nebulous field if you look at what's out there already. But I do think there's some core principles that you can teach, and those are easily attainable in a few months. And through those principles, you can continue to apply them to a variety of practices, a variety of projects that will strengthen your knowledge.